In the shadows, where every decision counts and the slightest misstep can mean the difference between life and death, two men stand as symbols of vengeance and justice, each wielding their unique set of skills with deadly precision. Jack Reacher, a man whose every move is calculated, a former military police officer who relies on intellect, strength, and an uncanny ability to read the battlefield. And Frank Castle, a man who embodies the relentless pursuit of vengeance, armed with military training and a resolve to punish those who've wronged him. The question is simple: when these two forces collide, who will emerge victorious? I've seen enough to know that in this contest, it's not always the strongest who wins, but the one who can outthink the other. And in this battle of brute force and strategy, the scales tip in favor of the man who can read the game before it's even played. Jack Reacher's strength lies not just in his physical abilities but in his analytical mind. He's the kind of person who can size up a situation in seconds, using his surroundings to his advantage. He doesn't need brute force, he needs precision. Reacher thrives on unpredictability, using his enemy's own tactics against them, disarming them mentally before he ever lays a hand on them. His experience in the military and as a drifter, constantly walking into volatile situations, has made him an expert in thinking on his feet and navigating the most dangerous environments with calculated finesse. In close-quarters combat, Reacher has an uncanny ability to neutralize multiple opponents with little more than his bare hands and a keen sense of timing. Frank Castle, on the other hand, is a man driven by one singular purpose: vengeance. Trained in the most brutal forms of combat, his mind is a weapon forged in the fires of personal loss. His military background, particularly as a Marine, gives him the tactical edge of a soldier who's seen it all. Castle is relentless, using his training and the full weight of his arsenal to methodically take down anyone who stands in his way. While his rage can often fuel his decisions, it can also cloud his judgment, something that Reacher would exploit in the blink of an eye. Frank Castle is a machine of destruction, a force of nature with one mission: punish those who deserve it. But in a one-on-one battle where every move counts, his reliance on firepower and sheer violence could play into Reacher's hands. The scenario shifts when considering their environments. In a battle in the streets, where weapons are at hand and the environment is a battlefield, Castle's arsenal gives him an obvious advantage. The heavy artillery, the quick access to explosives, the tactical training with firearms, all of these are Castle's domain. However, in a confined space, a narrow alley or an abandoned building, Reacher's ability to read the flow of combat, predict Castle's movements, and incapacitate him before he can even fire a shot would be the deciding factor. Jack Reacher doesn't just fight, he understands the rhythm of battle and takes control of it with precision and calm. Ultimately, this isn't about who's stronger or who can endure the longest. It's about who can control the situation before it escalates into chaos. Frank Castle's unrelenting drive might push him forward, but Jack Reacher's ability to outthink his opponent, to use his environment, and to neutralize threats in an instant makes him the victor in this battle. The one who can think several steps ahead, the one who anticipates the move before it's made, will come out on top. And that, my friend, is Jack Reacher.